Welcome back, guys. My Vindicator is back again, and this is another Patreon request for uh, Blue Guardian. Actually, Blue Guardian, who is one of my Gamma level tier members. Gamma level is the third tier, and with that segment, you are able to create a segment for me to do, or you have the luxury of creating two top list for me. So Blue Guardian went and made a list. He made two top lists for me. So he wanted to know. Here's the first one. The first one we'll do in today, and we'll do the next one a little later. The first is my top 10 favorite, basically my top 10 cat themed heroes in comics. Meaning these are heroes who have a cat theme to it. Whether they're old or new. Who are my top 10? Now, there are a lot of characters in there with a cat theme. The costume is the cat-like or something like that. Or they are like a humanoid cat. What you won't see on this list, guys, is Kitty Pryde. I'm sorry. Kitty, to me, yes, her code name was Shadow Cat. She's had a lot of different code names. But to me, I don't, that's just her name. She didn't really live up to be like some kind of cat-like theme, in my opinion. That's just me. So yes, that you won't see her on the list. And I was gonna put Hexaba from the Starjammers because she's basically a cat. But in the beginning, I remember Claremont writing that her race of alien looked skunk-like. So, and later became cats. So, but I do have 10. Let's get to it. I hope you enjoy. And you probably know some of them. You might not. So let's start off. Kicking off with number 1. This should be easy. Black Panther. The king or queen, because there have been different times. But yes, the king, former king now, he'll be king again. So I'm just going to say king of Wakanda. I love the whole legend of the Black Panther. Like, it's given to the strongest member of Wakandan. They don't just have to be of the royal bloodline. Anybody could be Black Panther. You just got to beat them in a fight, which is great. In a ritual fight, that's cool. Black Panther has been he is a legend. He is the Avenger alumni. He's been an Avenger. I mean, when he first joined the Avengers, he just did it to spy on them. And then when they discovered that, Cap was really upset because he thought they were going to invade Wakanda. And Cap told him, Avengers are not conquerors. They're not invaders. So we saw it. We saw T'Challa's father, and then so and there, all these different people. I love Black Panther. Always will love Black Panther. Number 2 on the list we go to is Ted Grant. Wildcat, one of my favorite members of the JSA. Love Wildcat. Wildcat lives up to his name. Wildcat. He is probably the greatest boxer in the DC universe in terms of not being a famous boxer, like in terms of a big name. Ted Grant was a champion in boxing, and he killed a man in the ring. He was set up, actually. If you know his origin, the origin was he was asked to take a dive. He said, hell no, I'm not taking a dive. And his trainer, or I think it was his trainer or somebody, got to his boxing glove and they put a syringe in his glove. So when he threw a punch and hit the guy, the syringe hit his opponent and killed him. So he was up for murder. He escaped, tracked the guys down that framed him in a cat suit, and hence Wildcat was born. Now, Ted does have a son who can turn into a humanoid werecat, but yeah, always loved Wildcat. He's just great. Have they done him dirty live action? Hell yeah, they have. Don't get me started. They've done JSA dirty live action a lot, so some of them shows, like, whatever. But yeah, Wildcat. Number 3 on the list, the White Tiger family. White Tiger, Marvel's first Latino character, if I'm not mistaken. A Puerto Rican character, yes. It started with Hector Ayala. He found the tiger amulet after it was with three other guys because they broke it apart. I think what were they called? I forgot what they were called. But there were three members, and each one of them had a part of that amulet that increased their capabilities. They were like martial artists. I'm forgetting the name of them. He found it. It was all together, and we will find out later that there's an actual tiger god in that. The amulet itself, the Jade Tiger amulet itself, comes from Kunlun. It comes from Kunlun, so the same place where Iron Fist trained. So yeah, it's from there. Hector, if you look at Hector's costume, it looks very much like Black Panther, just white. He was also roommates with Peter Parker, but they didn't know who they were. Like their alter egos. Hector was killed by his arch enemy Gillian Mace, and then it passed on to his niece Vanessa Del Toro, who was an FBI agent who always was never truly understand why these vigilantes do what they do until she met Daredevil, and Daredevil explained to her why, and he showed her why. In a sense, when Daredevil stopped the robbery from a old mom and pop store, and they gradually gave his gratitude, and he basically said, that's why we do this, basically like to help the little people and stuff like that. She kind of got it. She donned a costume similar to her uncle, but not so much, more tiger-like than anything. And then she was somewhat killed and resurrected by the Hand. She got killed by Lady Bullseye, resurrected to be a part of the Hand, but then it passed on to her aunt, Hector's younger sister, Ava, and then Ava and Vanessa actually fought because she got like a new amulet that had another like spirit, tiger spirit. It was crazy. You could read that. I forgot what run. It was in the Avengers or something like that. But it was good. But the family it's a very, very interesting family. I've been wanting to see White Tiger in the MCU for a long time because I think it would be great to see a legacy character go from point A to point B to point C. And that would be good storytelling. You get to see, okay, it passed down from brother to uncle to niece to sister or aunt. It's really cool. So White Tiger is another one. Number 4 on the list we're going to is Ben Turner, aka Bronze Tiger. Before people go on and say, it's Bane who beat Batman, broke the bat, let me tell you something. Nobody gives Bronze Tiger his shit. Bronze Tiger is the first guy to beat Batman in a hand-to-hand combat fight. Beat him clean. No venom. Didn't have Batman go through all these hoops. Yeah, I'm talking about Bane. See, yeah, everybody goes on, yeah, Bane's the man, but let's be real, okay? Bane didn't fight Batman straight up at 100%. He tired Batman out, then capitalized on his weakness. Bronze Tiger beat Batman by himself. All skill. No help. But people sleep on that. And why? Why is that? Take a look at him and you probably understand why. Bronze Tiger is the first to beat Batman in a fight. And he could do it again too. Don't give me this whole prep time nonsense. I hate that shit. I hate that all the time. Well, with prep time, Batman can do it. No. Fuck the prep. Fuck the prep time. Straight up. No devising a plan. Then we'll talk. Then some come to me. But yes, Bronze Tiger is the man. And I do love Bronze Tiger. I know he's kind of considered maybe anti-hero, but I'm going to still put him there because it still has hero in the name. And this is cat-themed heroes. So yeah. Bronze Tiger, number 4. Number 5, Black Cat. Yeah, I know she's had her little run at being a criminal, and then she was a hero for a while, and then she came back, and after Otto Octavius, who was in Peter's body, knocked her upside the head, punched her. She turned into a villain and was like a queen pin, and but now she's back to being who she was. Fine, but I consider her a hero. I love Black Cat. I've said it before, and I said it. I like Black Cat more than I like Catwoman. Because at the end of the day, look, there's still things about Catwoman I just don't like. I don't like the fact that the special treatment she gets. She's a thief, and she's never served any kind of time that I can remember. Correct me on that. And when Batman, oh Jesus, come on. But I'm always more crucial to Black Cat and Spidey. Like, I love their relationship. Yeah, she was Peter's girlfriend as Spider-Man. I don't think it was never a case of like she didn't want to know who Peter was before he removed his mask, so it was different. But Black Cat, number 5. Number 6 on the list, Greer Nelson, aka Tigra. You talk about a character that really is the theme. Tigra. I love Greer. She is one of my favorite females to have been an Avenger. She's been on the regular Avengers, but she's also been the West Coast Avenger. I love how Jed McKay wrote her in the his Moon Knight run. She was just written so well. She's got a child, but she's a mom. She's great. I love when Marvel uses her. There was this great miniseries about her when she was a cop, and it was really good. Mike Deodato did the artwork. It's beautiful. But yeah, I love her. She's another character I want to see in the MCU, and there are a couple actresses I could see playing her, and I would want to see practical effects and the makeup and everything. Yeah, not that garbage effects that we saw in that Cats movie. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I love Tigra. Number 7, Hellcat, Patsy Walker, one of Marvel's oldest characters. She's Patricia Patsy Walker has been around since the late 50s. She came out. There's a character that's on this list that was an inspiration for her, and I'll get to it later. But they came out around the same time. But yes, I love Hellcat. I love her friendship with She-Hulk. Their friendship is great. I love their friendship. Have we seen her in live action? A variation of her, not the real deal, like with the costume and everything. But she's also the ex-wife to Damian Hellstrom, so she has kind of like, and I don't think they have it anymore. But when she's ever facing like supernatural characters, like her costume changes and she becomes more like a Hell Ninja, like Hellcat Ninja. Is really cool. The costume gets very sleek and dark, and it's cool. But I love Hellcat. She's cool, and like I said, the friendship that she has with Jennifer Walters is great. I love it. Number 8 on the list is Puma. I had to have a Native American character on here. I'm sorry. Great character. First started out as an adversary for Spider-Man. Every time he was in it, like they would actually go at it. There was even like a ceremonial ritual they had with each other one time, as before they fought. The Puma and the Spider. It was interesting, but yeah, he can turn himself into a were Puma, super strength, speed, agility, all that stuff, and he's cool. He has his own organization out in Arizona, but whenever him and Spider-Man mix up, sometime in the past they would always fight for a while until they realize, okay, especially Spider, like, why are we fighting each other? But he's cool. Would I love to see him live action? Yeah, I would. I'd like to see any Marvel character live action. Because the interest is just to see who they would cast, and things like that. Number 8, Catman. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, but Catman's a villain. When Gale was writing him, he was more of an anti-hero, and Gale did everything in her power Gail Simone did everything in her power to make him great. Period. He was great, and I loved him in Secret Six and things like that. Just he got back to where he needed to be. Now he's like one of the greatest trackers in the world, in DC universe. You know, he spent time with a pride of lions. You know, there's only a few people in real life that has spent time with. There's a guy on YouTube, I forget his name, but I think his last name is Schmidt. He gave up his whole fortune to be with a lion pride. They look at him, he's a part of his pride. So yeah, Catman is great. I love the character, but yes, I look at him as he's an anti-hero. But I'm still gonna put him on the list. Like I said, there are some technical Bronze Tiger, maybe, but that's it. And last but not least, number 10 on the list. Number 10 goes to the classic character and the inspiration for Patsy Walker Hellcat, Ms. Fury. Ms. Fury is a character, I believe, a public domain. Anybody can do a comic with her, but she's been around for years and years and years. I think in let me see. Her costume is black. She looks like a black cat with a cape in the back. She's really cool. I'm forgetting. She's more like a socialite. I'm forgetting her name, her given name, but she's the inspiration of Hellcat. She came out before Hellcat, Patsy Walker. But yes, she's an inspiration to her. I wouldn't be surprised. I believe this is just me probably thinking. You remember the 4th season of the Batman the Animated Series? How Catwoman looked in there? I wouldn't be surprised if that design of Catwoman was an homage to Ms. Fury, because she looked just like Ms. Fury in that. But yeah, Ms. Fury is on the list. I love what Dynamite was doing with her. Dynamite did some great runs with her. Nobody's doing anything with her, but I know she's a public domain character. Anybody could use her. But outside of that, guys, yeah, that is it. That is my top 10 favorite cat themed characters. Once again, like I said, guys, I didn't put Shadow Cat on the list because to me that's just a code name. I never looked at Kitty as being, she's cat themed. She's really cat like. No, she's not. I never looked at her like that. I like the name, but at the same time, I'm like, what is so cat themed about her? I love Kitty, but it's just a code name. Like I said, this is just my list. I look forward to seeing your list. Superheroes in comics, cat themed heroes in comics. There are more. I believe there are more. But outside of that, these are my 10. You guys tell me in the comment section below, what did you think about the list? Did you like the list? You tell me in the comment section below, what are some of yours? I'll say this. You don't have to give me 10. Just give me 5. How about that? Yeah, 5. That's an even number. And I'm not the biggest fan of odd numbers. I said even, odd, but yeah, you know what I mean. Let's see what you got. And outside of that, guys, take care.